Lesson 6 of Module 6 is the Pythagorean theorem. 2 more lessons to go. So we're going to find the square root of each one of these, and we know what they are. I need a number that I multiply by itself to get 36, and that number is 6. I need a number that when I multiply it by itself, I get 121, and that's 11. The square root button on your calculator is located above the x squared button, and it looks like this, and it's in the first column of your TI-30X. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this to do approximately. So the square root of 35 is approximately, well, the square root of 36 is 6. So the answer is going to be close to 6, but not quite there. So it's going to be, what you're going to do is hit the second button on your calculator, and that's purple, and then the x squared button, because you want the top. So when you do that, you'll see something that pops up that looks like this. This is what you'll see on your display. Boom. Okay, then you stick the 35 in, end your parentheses, and then hit equals. And it turns out to be 5.916079783, yada, yada, yada. That means it goes on forever and ever. And we want to go it to 3 decimal places. So the 7 makes the 0 go to a 1. So this is approximately equal to 5.961. It's the square root of 35, and we're not shocked that it's near 6. Same thing, square root of 105. And this is going to be approximately 10.246950077, yada, yada. 3 decimal places. The 9 makes the 6 go to a 7. Ta-da! Next step. All right, now we're going to talk about the Pythagorean theorem, and it states this. In any right triangle, the square of the legs, if you square them and add them up, you get the square of the hypotenuse. And the hypotenuse is the longest side of the right triangle, and it's always opposite the 90-degree angle. Okay? Yay! And the legs will always be connected by a right angle. Perfect. So let's use this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful formula to do some math. All right, so we're going to find the side of the triangle that we don't know. Well, this first one's a leg, this guy's a leg, and we need to find the hypotenuse. Okay, so we have a squared plus b squared equals c squared. A is 9. 9 squared plus 12 squared equals c squared, because we don't know the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse, by the way, is always labeled c. The other ones are interchangeable. 9 squared is 81. 12 squared is 144. So 81 and 144 is 225. Now I need to find c. C is squared, so I'm going to unsquare it by taking the square root of both sides. Square root of c squared we know is c. Square root of 225 is 15, so it'll be 15 feet is the hypotenuse. Now that's exact. I didn't have to do anything. There was no decimal shenanigans, so I'm done. Let's do the next one. Now notice I have exact and approximate, so let's go for it. I don't know b. I don't know one of the legs. So I have a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. So a is 3, so 3 squared plus b squared, don't know. C squared, c is 6. So here we go. 3 squared is 9. 6 squared is 36. Take away 9 from both sides. B squared is equal to 36. Take away 9 is 27. So B is equal to the square root of 27. That's the exact answer. So when we do that, we're just going to write the square root of 27 here. That's exact. I'm not doing any approximation. When they're doing the approximation, you use your calculator, and you'll always get a decimal. A decimal that goes on forever. On and on. So we're going to do the square root of 27, and we get, and then when appropriate, approximation to 3 decimal places. So 5.196. It has a 1 yada yada yada, and so the 6 stays the same, and we have the approximate answer. And of course we want to label it with units, yards. Ta-da! Next slide. Okay, this is a 30-foot ladder is placed against a college classroom building at a point 22 feet above the ground. So here's a 30-foot ladder. 22 feet. And then they're asking, here's my ladder, just do this for a ladder so you know it's a ladder. Okay, what is the distance from the base of the ladder to the building? So I don't know this. Let's call this A for fun because we don't know. We know the hypotenuse. We know B. So, wow, we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem. It's just shocking. So we get A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. So we get A squared plus 22 squared is equal to 30 squared. So 22 squared is 484. 30 squared is 900. So I'm going to subtract 484 from both sides. Should be 416. And now I need to unsquare it. So I'm going to take the square root of both sides. So A is equal to the square root. Because when you unsquare a square, it'll just go because A is nice and positive. So square root of 416. I'll pop it into my calculator. It says give an exact answer, so I have my exact answer. And that's the square root of 416. And it's feet. And now my approximate. I use my calculator. $20.39607.805, which it says give an exact answer and an approximation to the nearest tenth of a foot. So the 9 makes the 3 go to a 4. So my approximation is 20.4 feet. Yay! Okay, so now you'll be able to, again, how many times am I saying this? You must get sick of it. You can do the My Math assignment and also the written homework for this. And please don't hesitate to ask questions. Fill in the gaps of some of these lectures with your teacher because she or he is who you need to see when you're having issues. So go for it.